What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we are going to dive into PvP IVs. As I know a lot of you have had questions about it. Maybe you're new to Go Battle League and PvP and you're wondering why people, maybe other content creators, myself included, use Pokemon with lower stats than you would typically think of. On top of that, we're going to try to tackle the level 50 update and what that means for your PvP IV Pokemon, and then after that we're going to talk about investments, where I think you guys should be heading. So this is going to be a jam-packed video. I'm hoping to answer all of your questions that you guys may have had about PvP IVs, what's good, what's bad, and give you guys a good sense of direction to head into the future for Go Battle League. Alright, so starting things off, what are PvP IVs? PvP IVs are a term coined to Pokemons whose their base stat, or not the base stats, the IVs, I should say. So when you guys catch a Pokemon and you see it has the attack, defense, and HP, PvP IVs are the optimal IVs utilized in a specific league, and that changes based on the league and the Pokemon. So for example, in the Great League, right, a lot of Pokemon are typically going to want to have lower attack and higher defense and HP, while in Master League, you want to have as high stats as possible. 100% IV across the board. 15, 15, 15 is what is sought after because they are maxed out. Those are going to be the max Pokemon. So why low attack and low defense and HP in the Great League? This is due to the attribution that attack has, the attack IV stat has, on your combat power. And as we see in different leagues, there are combat power thresholds. The Great League threshold is 1500. The Ultra League threshold is 2500. Therefore, when you are wanting to power up a Pokemon, the lower attack that you have, the more it can power up. So this necessarily contributes to more stats given, because if an Azumarill, for example, has lower attack, it can power up more times under 1500, giving it more overall stats, and we're going to show that here right now. So we are on pvpoke.com. I've been echoing this all year long in every single video pretty much I've ever done. You guys got to be here. It's awesome. So what you can do is you can go to the advanced stats and IV. So what you guys are seeing at the top right here is the overall attack, defense, and HP. Every Pokemon has base stats. The IVs just add on to that. So what we're going to see is the default that PvPoke will put on there. It'll just have a random, basically 13, 13, 12, right? So if we're looking to maximize our PvP IVs, we can simply do that by hitting the maximize button. And there we go. On the left, you guys see a max perfect rank 1 PvP IV Azumarill. That is going to be an 8, 15, 15. This allows us to get more overall stats. So you guys see the overall right there, 2366, while on the other side it's 2303. It's basically min-maxing your stats that you could possibly have on a Pokemon to bring into battle. Now, there are two sides to this coin, and why is that? Well, there is a feature in Go Battle League that allows us to have CMP ties, charge move priority. Have you guys ever been in battle and you used a charge move, but the opponent used it first, and you're like, what the heck is going on? I clicked the charge move first. Well, this happens to go when there's a tie, meaning both you and your opponent click the charge move at the same time. The Pokemon with the overall higher attack. So in this case, if we're looking at Azumarill versus Azumarill, overall attack on Azumarill on the left is 94.8, while the overall attack on the Azumarill is 97.3. This means that the Azumarill on the right will have CMP priority, meaning they're going to get the charge move off first. This brings balance to IVs in Go Battle League. So you may be kind of confused. You're saying PvP IVs are good, but if you're looking on the other side, bad PvP IVs can win CMP tie. Which is correct? Well, both are correct and both are not correct, because the chaos of Go Battle League, whenever you go into a battle and you fight off against an opponent, they're going to have different Pokemon with different IVs. There's going to be different situations where you have more energy than your opponent, or more health or less health. So the chaos of randomness that you guys are going to be facing means that your Pokemon doesn't necessarily have to be a rank 1. What I fully believe in is that your decisions in battle, the movesets used, shield usage, sack swaps, will play a much bigger role than IVs ever will. IVs are a great starting point. You definitely want to do your best to invest wisely in good Pokemon, and we're going to talk about that in a flowchart example here at the end of the video about how I invest in my own. But when it comes to battling, your decisions, your moveset, everything that you do in battle will determine your battles more often than the base IVs of a Pokemon. IVs, in my mind, are like sprinkles on top of Go Battle League. It's great to have a rank 1, but you do not need a rank 1 in order to win. So it brings a sense of basically ease when it comes to I don't have to find a rank 1 Azumarill in order to win in Go Battle League. Not at all. What we're going to see right here is I'm actually going to put in my own Azumarill IVs. So when I first got Azumarill, I invested in it. It was back in February of 2019 for a Sofarina tournament. We're taking a look at my Azumarills, right? I only have one, and you guys have seen me use this Azumarill, hit rank 10 twice in Season 3 and Season 4. You guys have seen it in tons of videos. That is going to be this one. Its PvP IVs are terrible, right? It's 15, 13, 15. But the thing is, Azumarill is such a steep investment that even though it's terrible PvP IVs, I still like using it because it can win against other Azumarills because of CMP tie. Yes, my Azumarill may not be able to take as much damage because it has higher attack, therefore it doesn't have better overall stats. But when it comes to mirror matches, I can win that, and the Azumarill still performs well. We're going to head back here to PvPoke, and we're going to put in the 15, 13, 15 right here, and we're going to take a look at the battle. So we're actually going to change it. We're just going to go play rough right here, and we're going to take away the shield baiting and the hydro pump. So just bubble and play rough. We have a rank 1 current, not level 50. We'll get to that in a second. Current rank 1 Azumarill on the left versus my Azumarill on the right. And this is why I say PvP IVs both matter and don't matter at the same time. So what we're going to see is we're going to simulate this battle. And my Azumarill, the one on the right, can win the one shield situation right here because of CMP tie. Because of that feature, I can get to play rough because I will be given priority because my Azumarill has overall higher attack. I have 97.8 attack while the opponent has 94.8. On the flip side, if we go into 2 shields, this Azumarill can win because it's a bit bulkier. So as you guys can see, this is a fresh fight on the lead. This does not account for energy gained in switches or less health, etc. But this is as close as we can get to a good simulation. So the PvP IV one can win with 3 HP in the 2 shield because we both are trying to bubble each other down. This is why when I say PvP IVs both matter and don't matter is because whatever you have, just use the best one that you have because the rank 1 is good. The non-rank 1 is still good. So I know it may seem a bit confusing, do I go for PvP IVs or do I not? And we're going to talk about that. I'm going to give you guys a nice, beautiful flow chart that I apply to myself for my own Pokemon that I trust day in and day out when I invest in new Pokemon for Go Battle League that'll help you guys out and really ease the stress. Now, what we're going to see right here is we're going to talk about what level 50 has on the game. Basically, so level 50, if you guys didn't know, is coming to Pokemon Go, and with that, we're going to see an increase in the stats of Pokemon. So the Pokemon that will be most impacted will be Master League Pokemon, obviously, or Pokemon who can maximize by powering up beyond level 40 in their given league. So, for example, Azumarill is a prime example right here, and we can showcase that by putting in level 50, maximizing it, and you'll see a new rank 1 is emerged. It's going to be a level 45.5 Azumarill with 0, 15, 15. So what I want you guys to really understand here is that there is a deep dive video on these connections with what Azumarill the new Azumarill can beat and lose to. King IV did a great example. I'm going to post that down in the comments, so head down to that. He's done great videos. I definitely go and watch those because I'm not going to dive as deep as he did, but be sure to go watch that. But what I want you guys to understand is that your Azumarill is not a waste. Because the level 50 has come in, this does not mean that you have to automatically replace your Azumarill with the 0, 15, 15. You can if you want to, by all means, go for it. But the Azumarill that I have, right, 15, 13, 15, we're going to go ahead and hit the next simulation right here. Same moves, bubble and play rough. Let's just go for it. What you guys are going to see is that my Azumarill loses in the 2 shield, same to the rank 1 before, but my Azumarill wins in the 1 shield and the 0 shield. Again, due to the CMP tie. This is why I'm saying your guys' Pokemon are not going to go to waste. If you guys invested in an Azumarill, if you guys invested in a Sableye, Medicham, for example, they're still going to perform well. Yes, they're not optimized to the most perfect IVs possible, but you did not waste dust. You can still use that Pokemon. Now, don't get me wrong, there are great circumstances in which a new rank 1 Azumarill will definitely be beneficial, facing off against Sableye in the 2 Shield, or facing off against Hypnos, etc. There's going to be new situations that were not possible by Azumarill to win with these new IVs, but I just want to really echo that you did not waste your dust if you just powered up Azumarill, or maybe you have a rank 1. Let's change this one from mine. Let's change it to maximize. So a rank 1, maybe you have a rank 1 level 40 Azumarill. Let's go ahead and battle that one and see how it is. Your dust was not wasted. Azumarill will still be good, the one that you have. Look at this. It can still win. It wins. Actually, this rank 1 Azumarill from level 40 wins the 0, the 1, and the 2 Shield. So in the mirror match, it actually dominates a rank 1 level 50 Azumarill, which is why I'm saying you don't have to jump the gun and feel like you have to dump all your dust again into new Pokemon, new Azumarills, new Sableyes, etc. Again, before we move into this flowchart, I want you guys to head over to King's channel and check out those videos. They will give you a deep dive analysis about the wins, the new wins that these Pokemon have. It's definitely worth a look at to see if you want to actually invest in the new Azumarill if you happen to get it. Otherwise, you guys can kind of cruise with me and understand that it's gonna be okay. Decisions made in battle will impact the game more than the IVs that you had, especially after the battle starts. The second fast moves start going, simulations go out the window. If this Azumarill on the right, or this Azumarill on the left, I should say, has 3 extra bubbles because it farmed down something and it has some extra health, so let's say it's got like 3 extra bubbles right there, has a bit less health or whatever, all of a sudden it can win. So this is why simulations go out the window when the battle starts. IVs and these sims are just a good example of what could happen in battle, but it's not the final verdict, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's talk about the level 50s. Now they're going to be coming into the game. There's going to be a lot of new stuff that comes out, and don't worry, we'll cover it on the channel, but I just want to give you guys an example here. So when it comes to Pokemon who can now kind of go beyond level 40, right, and get to 50, we're looking at Pokemon who either maximize, like the Azumarill, where you go lower attack and higher defense and HP to get more stats, or Pokemon who max out like maybe a Medicham, right, with 15, 15, 15. I think it's going to be lower attack now, but basically you guys get the idea where you can power it up more times now. So you could potentially still use your Medicham that's 100% IV and just power it up a few times under 1500. But I think the biggest impact we're going to see is firstly Master League. Obviously, the Pokemon are just going to get stronger, but Ultra League is where new Pokemon are going to come in. Galarian Stunfisk is a prime example. If you guys have been participating in the Catch Cup, you guys will have probably saw a video that I used a Galarian Stunfisk in. I made a new one, and that's because I'm going to be bringing it to Ultra League. So what we're going to do is a rough simulation here. This is not final verdict. We don't have all the stats or anything or the new Pokemon added, but what we can see is right now, currently, this Galarian Stunfisk is level 40, 100% IV. If we go ahead and change it to 50 and maximize the stats, it now gets up to 2445 combat power, which means it's very competitive now in the Ultra League Premier or Ultra League overall. So we're going to go ahead and hit battle. What you guys are going to see, it has a 77% win rate. That's really, really solid. So this Pokemon now becomes very viable when it wasn't as viable before. And there's going to be other Pokemon like that. Maybe something like Skarmory, or maybe something like Umbreon. Pokemon who were maxed out well under 2500, maybe the 2100s, 2200s, and now they rise up into 2400s so they can compete. So when it comes to the level 50 Pokemon coming, what I'm looking to do and looking to invest in is Pokemon that I know that can basically give me a great return on investment. So first and foremost, Master League. Master League and Master League Premier Cup. When Pokemon can power up beyond that, right? Maybe a Metagross, for example, can power up now to level 41 or all the way to level 50. That's going to be a great return on investment. So my dust spent and my XL candy spent into Master League Pokemon will have a direct return on investment because they're just getting more powerful. And if my competitors aren't powering up their Pokemon as quickly as I am, I can definitely get an edge ahead. When it comes to replacing Pokemon, maybe replacing my Azumarill, replacing my Sableye, replacing my Medicham, etc., I'm going to do that when it works better for me, or I may not do it at all. So one example is going to be Sableye. I have a 14-15-15 Sableye that does not have return, yet I caught a Shadow Sableye that is now within the threshold of the new PvP IVs for level 50. So I will be purifying that and looking to maximize that as much as possible with XL Candy, because now I have a return Sableye that has more optimal PvP IVs for Great League. So take into account what you guys currently have, what you guys are lacking in terms of maybe you need stronger Master League Pokemon, or maybe you haven't invested in Sableye before, but you got a really good one like I did with low attack and higher defense and HP that you can utilize in the Great League now. There's a lot of different options, but I think going for those return on investments instead of direct replacements. So I'm not going to replace my Azumarill just yet, because my Azumarill will still perform well. Now I'm going to pop up a beautiful flow chart right here for you guys to give you guys a great example of my thoughts of when it comes to investing in a new Pokemon. So first and foremost, is this Pokemon good for PvP? Yes. Do I have access to good PvP IVs? Meaning, do I have the ability to consistently catch them on a high rate? Maybe something like Community Day, for example. That's a prime example. Community Day Pokemon are great to get good PvP IVs because you can be out there for however long you guys want, a couple hours, maybe the whole 6-hour event. You can catch as many as possible and look to get as good PvP IVs as possible. So that would be one route to go. If you don't have it, maybe Defense Form Deoxys, for example. We're going to go ahead and check out my own. So looking at my own Defense Form Deoxys, I only have one. I only have one Deoxys right here. And let's take a look at its IVs. Its IVs are not good, right? I got it from an EX raid. So this now was the only Pokemon possible that I have. And we didn't see any more events where Defense Form Deoxys is coming out. You guys can't trade for it. So therefore, this is the only one I have available to me. If it's good for PvP, like Defense Form Deoxys is a solid Pokemon, I'm going to go ahead and invest in this one because I don't know when the new one will come out. I got full use of this Defense Form Deoxys throughout all of GO Battle League so far. I used it in preseason, in Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, and not Season 5 because it wasn't allowed. But you guys get what I'm meaning. I got great investment from this Pokemon and utilized it well in the time that I had it. So then on the other side of the chart, if you guys can find this Pokemon easily, then definitely look to catch or trade for the best PvP IVs possible. Be sure to do your research in which that Pokemon is going to be best when it comes to its IVs. You guys can utilize resources like PvPoke. You guys saw me do right there. What's rank 1? You guys can use Go Stadium IV Checker, which is a fantastic free website. You guys can go check them out. There's a lot of appraisal apps for your in-game Pokemon and stuff like that. So definitely do your own research when it comes to your individual Pokemon. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know down in the comments what you guys thought about this video. Did this help you out? Did it lower your stress levels when it comes to having to invest in those new Azumarills and the new Sableyes, or worrying about what is good for PvP? Because on one side of the coin, good PvP IVs give you more stats, allow you to survive longer and win different matchups, while on the other side, having a higher attack in mirror matches or break points against certain Pokemon can allow you to overcome because of CMP ties or just doing a bit more damage. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.